day 4. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are live. Hello. Can anybody hear me? Welcome to day 4. Welcome to every of my friends on Facebook and on YouTube. This is day 4, and I'm excited. Seriously, this program is coming to final crescendo. Tomorrow is the last day. I hope you have found value. You have, at one point or the other, gotten value. Oh, from everything that we've shared so far in this meeting. And so I just want to congratulate every one of you that have joined at one point or the other. I want to say a big thank you. A big thank you. Thank you very much for joining. And I'm so proud that I have been able to spend these past 3 days with you. Please share with your friend. Please share this link with your friend that we are live. Yeah, please post the link. Share the link to your friends. Yeah, it's day 4, and I'm excited to kick off right away. Thank you, everyone, joining. And once you come in to the group chat, please kindly introduce yourself so I can welcome you, and also where you are joining me from. Yeah. To all our contacts, to every one of you that we've sent invites to, I want to let you know that today's training, it's one of the most crucial and the one you don't want to miss out of. So I want to quickly give you just 1 minute. Just quickly reach out and share this link, please. Share this link to your friends on Facebook. Invite them to join us. Also on YouTube. If you are on, I want you to subscribe to this channel as you join us. Like this video and let somebody know that we are here live. We've been using hashtag from the beginning of the meeting. We'll be using advance your reach challenge. Hashtag advance your reach. You can just tag your friend on IG, on Facebook, and whatever social media you have. Yesterday we started off, and I want to quickly do a recap as people join. I remember yesterday on my WhatsApp, I had some friends that we were discussing after. Okay, let me quickly share my screen and just to quickly control something here. This is, I want us to start from this. Yesterday we talked about creating the right identity. And as a matter of fact, when I was chatting with some friends on my WhatsApp, and I discovered that some of the highlights of yesterday's meeting, I was not able to put them together. So I want to quickly use these few minutes that we are starting off to do that. I remember point right at the meeting that I made mention of the fact that the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with how we describe or define ourselves. And so wherever you find yourself, whoever you are on this planet, wherever you may be watching me from, or those of you that will get to watch the replay, I want to restate this fact again, that the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with how you and I describe or define ourselves. Our beliefs can overcome, and our belief can destroy also. So, the biggest factor we are talking here is identity. And I want us to also remember that yesterday I made mention that failure is not just about the way you define failure. Sometimes, so many of us, we feel failure is, oh, I set a goal, I'm going to wake up by 5 a.m. and I didn't wake up. That is not the real definition. The right definition of failure is you making an attempt to do something and you making an attempt to carrying it out. And that is why you see so many people not doing nothing. Why? They fail. They always think that once you said you are going to, I want to pass an exam and you fail, it means you're a failure. No. What about somebody that never attempted at all? What about somebody that did not even take any step to make a huge effort to committing to doing anything at all? And that is why I want us, as a recap, to remember that the best way you can define failure is you not attempting or not trying anything new. But every time you attempt doing something that you have not been doing before, even if you don't get to do or achieve the total result or the outcome you want, you are not a failure. And don't ever describe yourself as a failure. So people don't, I also made mention of this yesterday. I said people don't always get their goal. They get their identity. As you join, I welcome you and I would like to appreciate you. Please put on the comment wherever you may be watching me from, and so I can appreciate you and I can also welcome you. And so the next point that I made mention of is the fact that the degree, you remember the thermostat that I made mention yesterday that we record at 68. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm seeing my friend. I want to quickly say again, please share this. Please share. We are live. Please share this on your Facebook group, on your WhatsApp, on wherever you are. Please, I want you to share it. Yeah. I made mention the fact that the degree where you think you need to be is where you will go. I remember yesterday categorically saying 68, that if we agree that 68 degrees is the level that you always find yourself, is your home, is your normal comfort zone, and that if you never deem it fit to take action, you are never going to arrive anywhere. And that is when you mean identity conflict, where you are in conflict with your identity. And so I said that yesterday, one of the outline of the question we made was, I said, what is the nickname you want to give to the strong part of you? The strong part of you that want to show up, that want to be the person that is not going to be in conflict with his own identity. I name myself, I am a major motivator. That is the song, I am a motivator. I am a motivator. So every morning when I wake up, through my life, wisdom, love, and abundance is flowing through me to create, to lead, and to set up new standard for my world and generation, you know. So because when you wake up and you stand up and you don't allow that past story of yours to dominate you, you stand up, you tell yourself a new identity, you call that major part of you, that new name of you, you know. It's just like, how do you name your dog? If you want to name your dog and you want to train your dog to learn how to know that is the name, what do? You keep calling that dog that name. You train that dog, you call that name, you call that dog with that name every time and every moment. Before you know it, the dog gets used to know that is the name. So what I am trying to do with this part of the recap is that I am trying to tell you how you can train yourself with this new identity, and by declaring it to your voice, to your mouth, that I declare that through my life, wisdom, love, and abundance is flowing through to create, to lead, to set up new standard for my world and my generation. So today I defy the odds and I step out. You can see that with this declaration alone, I have been able to shift my psychology, my physiology, by the way I was speaking. You can imagine you standing up very early in the morning and you walk around your room. You keep declaring this and you are reading out loud your goals and vision, what your best year will be and what it is. As for me, I wrote that. I said my best year is seeing myself doing workshop every month, imparting new 100 people in every month. I'm going to have more financial freedom, which is far beyond my needs and my ability to be able to bless and impact other lives. That having more freedom to spend with my kids, my family, to travel for vacation every year, you know, and consequently, I'm having more fulfillment internally, because there are so many people that are rich, they are not fulfilled. Their life is boring inside. They just carry a facade of rich, and they are glamorous, but deep down inside there is no fulfillment. And I am declaring to myself that I'm going to have fulfillment internally and externally, and I'm going to share my story, fully impacting millions of lives and living in my true self. A lot of people are not living their true life. They are not living in their true identity. A lot of them, they are just walking through life like somebody that is not sure of what tomorrow is. And if that is your situation this afternoon, I come to challenge you to get up and look up and raise your shoulder high and walk with boldness and with hope, with courage, changing your mood and changing your focus away from that identity of that past story of yours, and begin to declare what you want to see come to pass in your life. Before you know it, you will begin to see a new level of energy, a new level of drive, a new level of power flowing towards you. That is the secret. And now, I want to go to today's teaching. I want to make sure I keep to time. And the title of today's topic is Creating Your Own Economy. Creating your own economy. That is day 4. I want to start with this quote. There is a powerful driving force inside every human being. This quote was by Tony Robbins. He says, there is a powerful driving force inside every human being that once unleashed can make any vision, dream, or desire a reality. My life quest, this is what I am also joining, because I believe so much in this quote. My life's quest has been to awaken this force and help each of us to remember and use at the unlimited power that resides in us all. See, when you look at your life and you feel you are the cap, and you feel life is just giving you something average, and you feel like every other people is like life, they are getting it all good, all figured out, and it's like you are just there at the lower ebb of life, and it's like you are missing out of life, and it's like you are losing the vibe and the energy and everything that life promises to bring. I want you to know that there is a force, there is a voice, there is an inner voice. The real you has a voice. And I want you to notice, you will know that this is true. Sometimes when you want to do something, there are always two forces that is hard going between you. One is contesting and telling you, hey, come on, sit down there. Come on, don't bother yourself. Why are you giving yourself strength? Nobody believes in you. That is not going to be a reality. Stop. Don't bother. Nobody has done it before. That voice is always there to quench that real inner voice. And the work that you and I need to do to be able to awaken the real force of life that is going to help us to deliver our goals and vision, to bring it to reality, is when we are able to silence and bring forth to power that single and that simple voice that is inside of us. Because that is the real life, that is the real you, that is the real voice of your true identity that is yearning for expression. And this is where life comes from, and this is where power flows. And if there's anything you want to do, is to keep that voice alive and keep it loud. And that was when I was mentioning that when I do my own early morning incantation, you know, some people can call it incantation, but what I mean by that incantation is raising up your voice loud, making it so, sounding it loud, to create a force inside of you that is going to make you to get up into action and go get your dreams and vision executed. And so that's being said, business, creating your own economy. Let me just quickly cite it. As Nigerians and as immigrants, many of us back home, I can always remember that every time we listen to the news, we always hear government this, government that. A lot of us have put all our hope, all our egg, and every of our life, we have put it on the government. We believe that everything about our economy, everything about our financial success, everything about us getting through in life has to come by the government, that the government has to provide every damn thing. Until one day I came to the realization that, see, if my life is going to count and is going to have meaning, I can't leave it in the hand of the government, because they can only do what they can see. And I cite this example. I said, if an armed robber comes into a home or into an apartment, and they made away with so many goods and so many valuables, and on their going, they just use the gun to hit one of the inhabitants of the house. Let's say, probably the child of somebody, not yours, by the way, will not have such experience. Now, immediately that action took place, and you are left alone with the child crying and bleeding all over his body. What are you going to do the next time? Immediately, what is the next immediate action you are going to take? Are you going to sit down there and be saying, oh, look at all these problems, look at the government? If the government have provided security, if the government have secured this area, if they have provided vigilante, if they have given us gun to secure ourselves, if they have put all these people around, this will not happen. Oh, I don't. If they have put a car, an ambulance, it will have been able. Will you sit down there and be lamenting? No. You are going to pick that girl up and as fast as possible, head to the nearest hospital where the girl can be given the first aid and what have you, to be able to save the. That is the same example I want to give to every time we complain about the government and we don't see that our life, our economy, our success financially, if it's going to be, it has to do. If that girl is going to survive, I have to take that girl up. I have to run to the nearest hospital. I have to make sure she gets the nearest, the fastest help she could medically, so she could survive. The same thing for every one of us. I want us to begin to see how we can, from henceforth, not live our entire journey, our success journey, our journey to making our life count, to the government. And so many of us will blame the school system. Many of us, we have been taught so many things about our school that it's not helping us. Many of us are thinking that once you go to school, you get a job, that is a pyramid. And once that is happening, the life, everything with our lives and everything with our success is done. So I want us to learn from this moment that business is a spiritual game. And if I am ever going to be successful, I have to keep learning. And once I learn it, I'll keep giving. And once I keep giving, I'll keep having. It is not something you want to hoard or something you want to make an ambition that it's only for you. No. In fact, business starts with the fact that you want to identify and see how you want to crush every form of fear and imperfection. And that is my goal in this teaching. I want to let us see that without adequate preparation, nothing works around you when it comes to business. And so many of us, we are aspiring entrepreneurs. We are people that are desirous of starting a business or owning a business, or we have even started one. We are in the bit, you're a newbie. You are just starting and you don't even know where and what to do. I'm concerned about the survivor. And I need us to know that with regards to owning our own economy, our job alone is not going to do that for us. Our salary alone is not going to deliver that destination. And that is why we have to consider that with survival are not, you are not just concerned with survival, but you are taking responsibility. And that responsibility needs for us to work hard, develop our mind, and make a decision to start taking responsibility. We must, of urgency, make a decision to start making responsibility and develop our minds to get new ideas and convert them to product. This is the secret. Converting those ideas to services. I want you to chat in the comments if you are getting value in what I'm sharing. If you are a newbie, you have a business idea in your mind, I want you to put in the comment, what business idea have you had in the past? And if there's anything that crossed in your mind, or is there any problem you have identified in your society, in your environment, in your neighborhood, that you are having a mind of solving, but you just left it there? I want us to start with this exercise. I want you to pick your pen and start writing down those ideas, those problems you've seen that you think you have the desire and the love to solve. And the first thing, start with the desire. You want to solve a problem. You want to provide solution. This is just everything that business is all about. Like, you see so many competition, unhealthy competition going on out there. People want to subvert each other. You want to winch out. You want to do all those. That is not the right spirit that business evolves from. It's all about solving a problem. It's all about an idea to making your world a better place. And when you are able to document that idea, I want to see your comment. I'm not able to see it now. What idea have you had in the past? Like somebody, for me, you want to see, I'm going to cite myself an example. So when you have that idea or your problem and you put it down on paper, what's the next thing? You start to do research on that problem. You go to learn about the problem. You start researching and reading up what experts on that field or people in the past have done with regards to that subject. Let me cite myself an example. Back home in Africa, we look at how we are being structured family-wise. It's like a man is in every home. It's like a man is your financial plan. And I began to see that most time when women talked about marriage, they just have that side and mindset that, oh, once you are married, your problem is done. Once you are married, you don't have any issue again. Once you are married, everything with regards to everything that has to do with you, with your finances, is the load your husband must carry. And so we see a lot of women that are laid back. You now see women that once they marry and they start having kids, they don't have any dream or any vision again they want to pursue for their life. They just settle. And I noticed that it's a problem. And I said, I want to begin to use my voice, to use my language to correct this problem, that every time we look at the female folk, we always believe that they don't have any agenda, they don't have any dream, they don't have any vision or any purpose to pursue. The only purpose is for them to marry, start catering for children, and the husband goes out and bring money, and they just settle, and their life gets wasting away. When I began to see how women in the States here, and you see them making meaning, you begin to see first female millionaire, young millionaires, and you begin to see and look at yourself, wait a minute. And when these children they are tying their life around, when they start leaving the home, I now began to see that this is not going to be my experience. I want to begin to see how I can begin to help my fellow women to begin to live a life that is going to be meaningful while they are still in their matrimony home, while they are still doing their career, while they are still working, and begin to see that it is not all about just rearing children, because those children also have their own life to live. They have their own vision to fulfill. And at one point or the other, they are going to leave the home. And you don't want to stay till then, when you begin to think, what will I do with the rest of my life? My children, they are all 18, they have left the home. This is one of the reasons that gave me the desire to start what I'm doing. And I started doing this. I started teaching. And I said, I'm going to do something about this. And that is what brought this training you are seeing. That's the example. And so the first key to growing any business you have is, number one, you need to know who your ideal client is. who is your ideal client and who will buy from you at any time. You have to know. This is the first step. You must have clarity that whether come sun, come rain, come shine, what are the things that the people I want to serve, what do they need? What are their fear? What are their desire? What are the things they want? You first must want to know that when you identify a problem, who are the people that this problem is plaguing? What are their fears? What are their desire? What are their needs? And when we are doing this, we are helping people to get the most desire above their fear. We have to know that whatever they desire and fear, what are the things that these are the things that we need to make our first front burning issue to discuss. And sometimes you do this by doing questionnaire. You ask a lot of questions. You want to know what is it exactly that excites them? What is it exactly that makes them look, that makes them come to life? And if my ideal clients, they are women, I need to know what are the things they love, what are the things they hate, what are their likes, what are their dislikes, what are the things that I can do for them that can make them really, really be able to find joy, comfort. Because life is a dance between what you desire most and what you fear most. So when you look at what are the things that these people desire most and what are the things they fear most, you able to bring a balance to the two, you are in for a successful business. That is the first starting point. And the next thing is, what is your irresistible offer? And we need at this point to be able to see what are the risks that are involved, what are the resistance that people might want to take. Look at when this pandemic started and everybody is at home. Can you imagine one kind of irresistible offer that can be presented, that can make everyone, like let's say you are in the restaurant industry. Maybe people come to your outfit, or they just come to eat and they sit down, they eat in or take away or what have you. Now, if you want to structure your business and you are looking at the dance between their most fear and what they love most, people want to eat, people want to dine, people want to eat and want to, have a change of taste over the weekend. Maybe they have been working and they've not been able to cook their best recipe. So now you want to see an irresistible offer. You want to see how you can come up with an offer that will bring and take away their conflict and their resistance. What about you just telling them that, okay, since everybody is home and we're unable to do all the going out we love to, what about this drive? We have Uber Eats, we have all this delivery, what have you, that will deliver the food right at their doorstep. Can you imagine that? And you are doing it for free, or you are taking away once they order more than a certain amount and they're having nothing to pay for delivery. That is another way of you adding and receiving offer that is going to make this people say, oh, I want to eat. Oh, if I order, they are going to add delivery costs. Oh, this is going to make it costly. And you are able to take away that conflict and resistance. What you have been able to do is to work to make your client, it makes everything look so simple for your ideal client, and it will want them to come and buy more and patronize. In fact, they will even share and tell about their experience with their friends and families. And before you know it, you are getting to get more. And the next thing is over-deliver. Delivering more than they expect. Delivering more than they expect. You can imagine, even after you have done that delivery and you just ask them to sign in for a weekly broadcast whereby you teach them how to prepare one of their home cuisine or whatever, one of the food they love to do and they don't know how to do it. And you are teaching them how they can build a simple recipe in home, how they can take care of, by just adding those little tiny things, you have been able to add more value. And when you are doing that, you're already building a brand that people will want to continue to buy over and over. You're already over delivering. That is the beauty, that under promise, over deliver. constantly over deliver. These three things will help you to structure your business in line. And then I talked about this yesterday, that 80% of any success you want to do, be it in life, career, in business, in finance, or whatever, you must know that the chokehold on the growth of any business is always on the leader. And if the leader, you as the leader and the owner of that business, if you don't have the right mindset and the right desire to get things done, the business is going to die. Your psychology can trip us off. Our psychology can trip us off from being successful or being filled with joy. And that the 20% is just about the strategy, the method you adopt, the science you adopt to getting the thing done, to getting the business working. So if you allow your judgment about yourself to hold you back, you are not going to get a successful business anywhere. Go and study the life of every successful business owner in this world. One of the things they have been able to do is they have been able to overcome the fear of the judgment they have about themselves. The fear, I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect. What about if I do this and nobody shows up? What about if I start? And I must tell you, for everyone that is going to start anything new, this is going to happen. You have to prepare your mind and brace up for this. That those inner threatening, inner conversation that plays in your brain, that constantly reminds you of the fact that you are not good, you are not perfect, and will tell you, wait until everything is perfect. Wait until you have all 100 people online before you start sharing your news, before you sharing your story. Wait until you have 1 million subscribers before you go and start doing this. Wait until you are able to talk without getting shy, without making any typographical mistake or error before you start doing a YouTube, before you start sharing your story online. Every of those fear that we exercise, they kind of give us a judgment about what we want to do, and they restrict us and hold us back from taking action. And I want to tell you this afternoon, if you are there, you are contemplating starting a business and you have all fear around you not to start, this is where you must take step. That you have to take a step to start. Don't wait till you feel like it. Do it regardless. Do it and do it and do it, then you will feel it. I told you a story about when I started my first video on this channel, about before I started doing video. The first time I started, I said, welcome everybody. I said, no, I am Adiola. And I said, oh, look at how I'm sounding. My voice is not even looking feminine. Welcome everybody. I'm sounding like a clown. That's not the real me. But the next time I kept trying and trying, the next time, hi everyone, my name is Adiola and I welcome you back to my, and before I knew it, I started feeling that thing. And it became something that I began to own, and I began to perfect it day after day. And I overcame all the restriction and I want you to know that every time you allow imperfection, that you are waiting till all the things you need to have is in perfect place, you are never going to get anything action. You are never going to start, and you are never going to have any destination. Yes, I want you to notice that perfectionism, shun it. It's not anywhere in near. You have to start. You have to start. And these are some of the tips you can do. When you start, you have to know what are the wounds and the needs. This 21st century business has been redefined. You can imagine in those days of our parents, in the days of mortal and who, that you don't even know what is the population of people that are having the problem you have. Look at how Google search engine have redefined business. Or do you know that on this platform that I have now, I can be able to know how many people are online. I can be able to know how many people are female, how many people are male that are logged into this online training. So many analytics that has been given, that you can begin to know when you want to start your business, you want to do your research, you want to see what are the things that people are complaining about in this sphere, what are the greatest need they want, what is their need, what are their wounds, that you can get those data analysis and analytics that can help you to come up with the kind results, with the kind approach, with the kind products and services that people will always want to need. Because I tell you, every time there is always a service that meets a need. Money is always in exchange. Every time you bring out a service that is in need of, that people are in want, that is in want, that people are in need of, when you take time to create that product or services and you exchange it, the exchange for that product is the value you get through money. And that is how money comes, friends. And so when you see people, somebody complaining around you saying he's broke, he doesn't have money, tell the person to go and research, to tell him yourself what are the things that he needs to go and learn about himself, about his desire, about his likes, about his dislikes, and see how you can begin to search for how you can produce a product, a service that can meet that need, and go and look for the people that are dying in need of it. And you are going to see how money will flow to your doorstep sweatlessly. So this is what happens in the beginning. When you start your business, you will always be the one doing everything by yourself, because you don't know that you cannot, you don't know everything you need to know. But as time goes on, when you begin to gain control, and I always advise this, that anytime you are starting a business, somebody was asking, oh, do I need to go and resign from my job, and because I want to start a new job? I'm going to say it is a no. It is a no. There must be a transition. There is a time and there's a place for practicing. There is a time and a place for growing your business. Growing to learning to dominate in your marketplace has to do with you going a lot to learn, unlearn, and relearn from people that are getting the business done, people that are already getting successful about this. So as business operators, we need to grow to become business owners. You need to go and learn what are the best practices, what are the best method that is delivering results from other people. You know, it's just like if somebody, you see back home in Africa, somebody complains, I want to start business, and this what I need is money. And if I just get that money, oh, I tell you, that business is going to be, I have $1 million idea. If I share the idea with you, the only thing I need is money. And most times, can I shock you, friends? Most times, it is not money that we need. It is not money that we need. We first need the knowledge and the know-how. It is just like you just imagine a country, and they are being told that they are going to go for war in the next 2 weeks, and all they are doing is buying guns and buying all the what have you, the bazooka, the machine gun, and everything, and gathering all their young ones, getting them ready, preparing, telling them, oh yeah, we are going for war, but never at any time teach them how to handle a gun, how to zoom, and how to target an object, you know, and they did not get to train them on how to use those things. You can tell me the end of the result of that war. You can tell me. You already know they are not going to get anywhere. It's the same thing when you start thinking that money is your problem when you want to start a business. When they handle the money to you and they give you, you are going to squander, you are going to waste. In fact, in 1 month, the money is going to be gone because you have not gotten the right organizational skill. You have not learned how to grow to become, to own that business skill, to learn the nitty-gritty of what it even means to be disciplined, even to grow, to learn to wake up and give your dream the attention that is needed. And that was why I said you don't need to resign your day job at the moment. You need to keep working on your day job and your business. When you do a 9 to 5, the remaining hours you have between the 5 p.m. of that day till the next 9 a.m. of that next day, you have it to work on your business. That is the time you have to work and grow and learn and train on your business, to learn the trade, the service, to hire people that can get it started for you, to see who are doing it, that you can be accountable to each other so that you can dominate. That is the secret, clients. That is the secret, guys. So business is the organization, but when you talk about brand, is the personality. And that is what I mean by that trait, by that taking your time to subdue yourself to learning, to becoming and owning this business, to knowing what the vision is about, your voice, your personality, that even anywhere you go to, can you let me cite an example between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. You know, when you have the taste, anywhere, people will still go. They will follow you because you have taken your time to build your brand. You build a personality behind that value, that product, that service. And that is why it calls true brand. And so when you see some people and they talk about branding, and you see everywhere painted with yellow, you see everywhere painted with green, everywhere, and their shoe, their t-shirt, their everything, and they tell you they are branding. My friend, that is not branding. That may be part of it in the long run, but it starts with your personalities, your vision, your core value, your what you believe in, all those inner core that you have put and surround yourself with, that you have built a wall with, that people knows you for who you are, that you over deliver, that you get more done, one thing's done for people. It's not a case of you selling people, you will show up and you are not found. It's not a case of you giving out your promise on your word and you don't keep to it. So these are the things that keep and build a true brand for you, that people, regardless of wherever you go, whatever direction you go, people must just follow you and they just want to buy whatever you sell. Can you imagine what Apple did? What is in phone that Apple did that made them to do what? The tsunami that push away every other people that are in the phone business. What did they do? They identify something, and from there on, everything about Apple products you can see. Once they bring it out, people are dying. They were even they are finished selling before even the product is. Can you imagine? So this is the true direction, friend. And I want us to begin to see how we can build a true brand that, regardless of any product we bring out to sell, people identify and they just want to buy from us. And the top things that I want to share with regards to making the biggest difference in your business. Number one, don't forget this. I want you to put it down. Innovate. Innovation and marketing. Let me come again. These two things will make the biggest difference in your business. Innovation and marketing. Innovation, any way you can find a way to do more for your customer than anyone else's. Look at, before now, we just have one color brand for phone. And when Apple came, they started coming with different shade of color. You know, female girls, they like pink, they like rose, and they started changing the customer experience just by just playing on our emotion about the colors. And you can see how crazy. And what about the iPad and all the Apple computer the products? They look at the experience that people want and they try to look for how they can adopt it into the present. What do we have? And people are dying to have their products. Look at Amazon too. Everybody's product, everybody, you have your business, you have everything you are doing, but somebody presented a platform where you can get everything in there, and you are getting, as you are getting money, they are getting paid. And that is why it's doing crazy sales. Even during the pandemic, look at how they have been able to evolve. And we are hearing that he is going to be the first trillionaire in the history of mankind. The second thing is marketing. Many of us, we don't know. I said it the other day that every time you open your mouth in front of people, you are selling. Some people say, I don't like to sell. Oh, I hate selling. No, forget about this. You stop. Your definition of marketing or selling is what is getting in the way. When you have a product that is going to solve a need of somebody, when you have a product, a service in your hand that can help create and remove pain from somebody, and you keep it to yourself, you are keeping silent, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are doing the whole world a disservice when you fail to open your mouth to sell that thing. And that's my own definition of marketing and selling. Getting people to want to do business with you, because when you stop it, you stop marketing, you don't have any business. You don't have any business. You can imagine the person that created this product, or let's just say any product you can imagine that you are using, you and I are using, or even the cure. Look at the cure that we just discovered suddenly for this pandemic we're talking about. And can you imagine somebody got the cure and went and hide it and just put it on the shelf? Say, anybody that comes to my shop and they will read the label, they should be able to see that this thing can cure COVID. No, nobody does that. And that is just it, friends. Whatever business you are doing, even if you are working for someone, the way you present what you do, the way you say it, the way you come alive with it, is what is going to let people know if they are going to do business. And that is what marketing is all about. Whatever business you are, and that is me. Let me tell you, I want to ask you this question. What business are you in? And that is why I cannot keep silent. I cannot stop talking. I am in the business of self-educating the young women, young adults. Some of them that have graduated, some of them are doing they are doing one job, meaning or the other. I want to help them avoid every of my own past mistakes and failures so that they can save time, they can save money, walking through their own journey in life so that they can destroy every form of doubt and lack of confidence. I want to help them unplug every form of mindset shift, every form of doubt that afflict their mindset, that makes them not to come to life, to believing in their dreams and in their vision. I want to ask you this question, friends. What business are you in? What business are you in? So whatever business you are in, I want you to write it down. What business do you want to see yourself? The business you have been dreaming, what business are you in? And I want you to write it down. Just write out, just in a line, take a pen and pen it down. What are the pain you want to help others avoid? What are those pain? I want women to know that there is more to their life than just being married and having kids. I want to help them overcome all their past failures, like I did, overcome my past failures and all my past mistakes and every of those past. How I can help them divorce themselves from their past stories. They are all stories of not good enough, not good with money, not having enough, always waiting for their husband to come back before they can feed, before they can fend, before they can take care of their life. Oh, I want to see myself giving out help and giving them the confidence that can make them believe. Because before you got married to that man, you existed first in the heart of God. You existed first before those children started coming. And there was a purpose and there was a vision in the mind of your maker before you exist. And for you to now say you don't exist more than just defining your life with marriage and children, you are not doing well, sister. That is why I decided to use this platform to teach, to educate, to train, to help you see in a better way that it's not just enough to know what to do. What changes people's life is when they wire themselves for action. So if you want any pattern or breakthrough, be it in your business, be it in your relationship, be it in your career, be it in any area, you have to keep it simple. Just tell yourself what you want to do. Why? Complexity is the enemy of execution. You see people over planning, over preparing, overthinking. Every time you do all this, you are going to kill the dream. Look at myself now. I don't even know the total number of people that are joining live to watch now, or people that will get to watch the replay. Can you imagine me just sitting out and thinking, oh, if people don't show up, all these things that I say I want to teach you, how many people will even see it? I don't even want to do anything. Let me wait till I have 100 people that can show up every time. And I start thinking, oh, what about this question? What about if people don't even need? What about if they have? I started giving myself different thinking, and I make the whole thing complex. Every time you see complexity, it is the enemy to executing whatever. And that is why you have to keep it simple. What is the dream business you want? What business are you in? What business do you want to see yourself? Know what you want to do. Now, surround yourself with rituals that will get you into automatic action to start doing them. That is a habit. I want you to look back to any form of breakthrough you have personally, or any form of goals or achievement you've gotten in the past. When you look at those things, you will recognize a sequence. There's always a state, there's a story, and there's a strategy. But let me tell you one of the things that we do wrong. If you see somebody that wants to do it and say, I just need, if you say, okay, I want to learn graphics. You see the person, the first thing say, I just need to learn the strategies. And they'll go through strategy story and say, let me show you why this is the step to failure. The mistake of going through strategy first is that it doesn't make sense to just think that one should just have how to do it, to focus on how to do it, and I'm going to get the problem solved. Do you know why? Do you know somebody that have told you, I want to stop, I want to stop smoking, or I want to stop one habit or the other, or I want to lose weight. And do you know what next? And just Google. I'll go to Google and go and research and everything you need to do if you want to lose 10 calorie or 10 what have you. Do you know why? Once you start going to look for how, what is going to come in is the story. A story will just come to start, and you begin to look for, oh, you already know that you're supposed to diet, you're supposed to exercise. But how hard it is that even after you have gone to Google and you know this is what you're supposed to do, how many times have you seen yourself actually carrying out what you have found out? The truth is that information is always available and easy to get. But what is that you are hiding that you have not been able to see is the fact that it is not the strategy that is the problem. It is the story. It is the story. And the reason why you starting with strategy will not work is because the story will get you. The story is the story you are telling yourself over and over. And every time you tell yourself a thing, a word, admitting it over and over, it becomes feel certain. You will say, oh, I don't even think this thing can work. So for me, just to not to eat a burger throughout this week, it means I'll go for, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to do anything to, you see. You won't choose the best life, but you won't make your life better because you already know you will be disappointed. You keep those stories, we keep telling, I've tried everything. I've tried. Oh, I'll try tomorrow again. But I've tried so many. I've tried this 1 week. I'm tired. I don't think I can. You keep telling yourself that story, and those stories will become obvious. That is why if you insist on somebody that tells, oh, I've tried every method I need to do to lose fat and it's not working. You try them. Ask them how many methods. Can you list all the methods or all the ideas? You have been hypnotized by the stories that you have been telling yourself. You have allowed the story to hinder you. And the story you tell yourself changes everything. That is why if you want to see a successful business, you first have to start with the story, the right frame of mind, the right identity, the right state of mind that can change your life. Because as you start saying it, you own it. And when you own it, it becomes your reality. You have to divorce, make it a matter of intention to divorce your story of limitations and marry the truth of your unlimited capacity. Because I tell you, the human brain is unlimited. The capacity of which this thing can carry, you cannot imagine. And in fact, research shows that we have just been able to use just tiny percentage of the total capacity of what our brain is able to do and to be able to realize. So, but I don't want to mean that. Does it mean that there are not real limitations in life? No. Like this COVID limitation is real. Many people have businesses that they've not been able to, but there is always a way to get past it. But if you keep telling your story, the COVID stories, and I want to challenge you, you can point 2 or 3 businesses that you know they are surviving. I want you to try and put in the comments 2 businesses that you know with regards to this COVID, they are still thriving. Yes, the technology. Look at this platform we are using, Zoom, any technology, any tech company that is helping people to get online and to get, you can imagine they are thriving. Look at the food business too. Everyone have been able to do what successfully innovate how they package their food and outlet. They are surviving. Look at Amazon. I don't need to bore you with so many other names. Look at the transportation, deliveries, Uber, every one of them, they are thriving. So it is your story that is limiting you from taking that decision to change. And you need to start putting yourself in a place where you have the right story, so that that right story and that right mindset, that right feeling, that right word will give you the right frame of mind to think of the right strategy that can help you figure out how you can get your business successful. So this is the truth. How many of times you see somebody that is struggling to overcome something, and then you want to try to help the person, and the person still says, "Oh, I tell you, it's not possible." Say, "Oh, I have tried all methods." You can see that right in front of them, they have allowed their story of limitation to block, to hypnotize them, and that is why they can never succeed, and that is why their success story can be far. And I want to help you today to redefine that story of yours, help you to overcome that limitation, help you to see that you can live life more meaningfully than what the current story you have been telling yourself. That the inner you has what it takes, and that the best version of your life is yet to appear, and that you should never settle less for anything than the best. Our story can literally shut us down. It will just block us, like you are staring at a solution right in front of you and you can't find. How many of us have experienced that in the past? That they ask you to go and look for something, and the stuff is right in front of you like this, and they're asking you, bring it, and you're saying you are not able to see it. You have been blood, your stories and your past experience, story you keep telling yourself has blurred your sight. You are even not able to see the solution right in your face. So there are always something that tests us, and our ability to travel through those seasons is how we create breakthrough, is how we create a successful life. That is how a new life emerges. Look at me, I tell you my story. If I tell you that, if somebody tell me that in a year from now I will be doing something like this, I will say it's not possible. But within a year, because I shut down that limitation of the former story that I used to tell myself, not good enough, don't have any idea, you cannot even, you are not even allowed to even give any opinion. Your opinion doesn't count. You don't have good time management skills. You have all habit of starting objects, starting project, not finishing. Many bad habits, starting and not finishing. But today, I can tell you that I took an intention, a deliberate intention to divorce my old story. And I began to empower my new nature. That part of me that is the major part of me that is meant out to do my world good. And I started to focus on empowering that part of me with the wholesome habit of showing up regardless of how little it is. But day to day, celebrating my wins, I have been able to transform myself from my old story of weakness, of failure, of poverty, of lack, of stagnation, of irritation, of doubt, of fear, of every form of redundancy, to a vibrant life of hope and love and cheerfulness and giving. And that is why I'm able to come here. This is the fourth day, coming out live every day, 1 hour at least. And I tell you, there's always something that will test you. Your ability to travel through it. Are there times that I will feel like I don't want to do anything? I don't want to wake up early in the morning. Are there times that when my alarm sounds and I just want to just switch it and just off it and quench it? Yes, but I kept showing up. I told myself the why of what I'm doing is so strong that I will never stop committing to showing up. And that's what I want to encourage you, friends. Never stop. Never stop. Every limiting belief, every fear of other people's opinion, every fear of not good enough, every fear of not divorce yourself. Oh, my, just this happened. Oh, that happened. No. Oh, pandemic. Every of those things, let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Friends, I have a story to tell you. This is me, Adiola Atekoja. Whenever you have opportunity meeting preparation, it results in breakthrough. I want to use this opportunity to invite you to my signature mastermind course. I want to show you that there is a better life than what you are currently experiencing, and that you can have that life, you can enjoy it. That I, as a mother, I still work and I have a business, I have 3 kids, and I'm still showing up, and I'm still coming off with all this I am doing. I want to share with you how I've been able to move past these years to becoming the present version of who you are seeing, and on a journey to that state that I just told you. If you are an aspiring mompreneur, you are a mother out there listening to me. You want to have life on your own terms. You want to live life beyond the present limitation you are having. You want to see yourself grow out of every lack and weakness that you have. You want to be able to deliver for your children. You want to be able to have time to take care of your children and to live your dream. Let me invite you to this program that I put up together for you, friends. I call it Growth in Life and Business Mastery. This is a 6-week intensive course that is designed to give you the ultimate edge in life and in business. Wherever you are listening to me, friends, if you know that you want growth in your life and business, this course is for you. If you are openly admitting that the way you've acted in the past, you look at your life in the past up to now, and you feel a strong need to change so that you can achieve a greater level of wealth and happiness, this program is designed for you. If you want to stop blindly trying to blame other people for your failure and you want to learn how to earn more and save more, this program is for you. If you are focused on the long term and you are not thinking of get rich quick syndrome, and you want to understand that there might be ups, there might be down, but that you can make a huge gain by acting smarter and starting now, so that in 5 years down the lane, you have gotten enough and the needed motivation to start your business and to begin the new life you want to see. If you've tried every conventional advice about success, wealth, about habits, and self-improvement, and they have not worked for you, if you have gotten as far as you think you can have gone on your own, and you think you are still not there, and you need an extra push, you need someone to push you, you need somebody to mentor you, you desire mentoring for business, for your life, everything, this is where you want to be. I want to introduce and ask you to join today. If you join this program today, these are the things you are going to have. And I'm going to ask to see on the link, I'm going to put the link for you where you can join and start today. You are going to get all this exclusive bonus for you if you join this program today. And the first thing you are going to have if you join this training is you are going to have a live access to the entire Growth in Life and Business Mastery course. You are going to have a free access to the entire advanced this challenge, all the training video that I'm going to do for these 5 days. I'm going to be including it into the package. You're also going to have a free guide. It's a simple book that I put out there on how you can 10x your success in life. Also, you're going to get a free ticket to my annual Growth in Life Summit. Every year, it's like a convention-like meeting to commemorate our success and our achievement and our growth in life. And it happens once in a year, and we are going to be having a free ticket to attend. And also, you are going to have an exclusive Facebook community whereby you can interact freely, you can get accountable relationship that can fast track your goal, you can learn from other people, you can share your experience, you can ask questions, you can relate. And lastly, you will have access to all the recordings. It's not something that once you have and maybe they're going to take it away. No, all lifetime access to all the sessions so that you can get to watch it, take it at your time, go back, reflect, take the massive information you are going to be getting, and I will be providing everything through training. It's going to be a virtual training, and I want you to click on the link. You go to www.lodetaconsulting.com. That is the link /GBL, Growth in Business and Life. So you want to do that. I want you to do yourself a favor. And if this is the gift you want to give yourself at the beginning of the new year, of this new month, to fast track your growth and to personalize your self-development, that you want to tell yourself, you want to take your journey to becoming the true version of self serious, you want to go and click on that link. You will get all the details that you need, and every of the questions that may come up is being answered. I want you to click on that link now and start an adventure on a journey to becoming your truest form, to yourself, to start living life, living on your own terms, and begin to see what you need to do. That is the link. If you are watching on Facebook, I want you to click on that link so that you can get to have a feel of what is in that link. So thank you every one of you that joined. I am already past my 1 hour link, but I'm going to leave the link on the chat box. I want you to promise yourself. See, a few years ago from now, this is how my story began. When I look around my family, I look around the expectation of what is ahead of me, and I saw that I don't have anybody. You can imagine, if you want to learn the best way you want to learn how to live a successful marital life, will you go to somebody that is divorced to teach you? No. I told myself when I was 40 that I need something about my life to change. And I gathered money, I saved towards it, and I took it, and I packed myself. I went to go and learn from somebody. The money was running into thousands and thousands or whatever, but I promised myself that this is going to be my gift to myself for my 40th birthday. Even though I could afford to do a party and lavish, call friends and get all the noise out there, I refused to do that. I just did a small get together, and I went to tell myself that I prioritize my journey in life. I prioritize my personal development growth. I went all the way to Europe to go and learn, to go and submit myself to mentoring. And that is why when you see this version of me today, it is not an accident. It didn't just happen. It was something that I became deliberate and intentional on how I was going to see the version of me that when I close my eyes and see, how I'm going to close the gap and see it in reality, and it's not going to remain in the dream world. And friends, you can't do yourself a great disservice. You don't want to do yourself a great disservice by not joining. I want to mentor you. I want to help you in this journey. I want to be your friend and your guide to promoting that healthy habit that will help you to fast track your journey. You can imagine you wanting to start a journey and you having somebody that have been there before. How you can get the best out of the journey and shorten your learning curve is by you just doing what? Getting somebody that have been there to be by your side and walking you through the process. Friends, this is where I'm going to be stopping. I don't want to take your time further than I have promised to do. And I want to say thank you to everyone that joined while I was on. Thank you, Adorenke. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Showanoye Abiodun. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think I saw somebody in the Facebook. I'm unable to now. I want to appreciate every one of you. Tomorrow, Remy, so glad to see you. Oh, thank you very much for this. I'm so grateful for the time. Thank you very much. Yeah, Showanoye Abiodun says, take a bold step to stand and receive fair. Yeah, your irresistible offer is the value proposition, what you bring to the table. Thank you. That's great. Wow. Know your clients. Thank you, Ronke. Thank you very much. Yes, money means meeting of needs. Yeah. Dara Simi Martins. Thank you. Thank you, April. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Honey B. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate you. So get yourself started. Go and click on the link, and I'll wait to see you. Tomorrow is the D-Day. And I want to promise you it's going to be the best. I'm not just using vibe and trying to play on your emotion. I mean every word of it. See, if you are the type that have ever in any time in your life think about an habit, how you can grow a habit, how you can develop an habit, any habit you want to grow in your life that you are finding difficult, tomorrow is the day. I'm going to literally walk you through how I was I've been helped through trainings and mentorship that I've gotten from top 1% people in the world. I'm going to be training you how you can virtually, literally make yourself take a hold on, not just open up your calendar and schedule something. No, I don't mean that. I mean something that we can equally practice together and become your list. And then how you can get the best to become a best time manager. That is what tomorrow is all about. And I promise it's going to be very short. Same time, please invite your friend. Please share this video. For those of you that will watch the replay, I thank you. I want you to go to that link and get yourself that gift. For the rest of the year, we want to see in 6 months from now, and we begin to see the records we have been able to make for this past few weeks that we're going to be serving together. And so I can't wait to see you. Thank you very much. Tomorrow promises to be great.